Microsoft just bought Activision and Blizzard, and if you thought they paid a lot for Bethesda, wait till you hear how much they paid for these studios. $68.7 billion. Yes, that's how much they purchased Activision and Blizzard for. And it makes the Bethesda purchase look like they just went to the grocery store to pick up some milk. I can't even fathom what 7.5 billion is, let alone 68.7 billion. So what did they acquire? Let's talk about it. Before we get into it, I just want to wish all of you guys a happy new year. We haven't put up a video in a while because if you notice, the studio is a little different. We moved and we're still setting up, so please be patient with us. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. I really want to know what you guys think of this Activision and Blizzard acquisition. Let's talk about it, hear my thoughts, and then you guys go ahead and leave your comments below. 7.5 billion for the Bethesda purchase, and that brought Microsoft's studio count to 23. I think it came with like 10 studios or something of the sort. That alone was pretty huge. 23 studios is nothing to scoff at. I think Sony has 24 or 25 studios, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta double check the count, but it's somewhere up there. And the Bethesda purchase brought Microsoft close, very close. I think at one point they were higher, and then Sony went on a shopping spree. Let's say they bought Insomniac, Bluepoint, and some other people. Anyway, so Sony still had a couple more, but now with Activision and Blizzard being acquired, that brings the total count to 9 new studios, if I counted correctly. Let's talk about some of those studios and what they've been working on recently. So we all know Activision is best known for Call of Duty. So how is Activision able to keep up with these yearly releases? Well, they pretty much have 3 to 4 studios working on Call of Duty on a rotationary basis. Rotationary, is that a word? They rotate. Each studio will come out with their version, and that will give them the other studios will give them a couple more years for them to develop their game. And that's sort of how they work. They just take turns. So it's really 4 studios: Raven, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer Games. These guys are all rotate, and then they help each other with releasing these games. Beenox, they typically work on porting games over from PC to console or vice versa. High Moon Studios, they are best known for the Transformers games. That it's been quite a while since one recently came out, but you know, and people have actually been asking for a new Transformer game for them to make one. So who knows, maybe now under Xbox and a bigger budget, maybe they will. I personally never really got into those Transformer games, and I've tried them. They weren't bad, they just weren't my cup of tea, that's all. They also help with Call of Duty, of course. Call of Duty is the big money maker over there. And then last, if you recall, they actually made the Deadpool game. I would love a new Deadpool game, especially since we've seen how good the movies could be if they could do something like that with the games. I mean, not that the last Deadpool game, the only Deadpool game, it wasn't that bad, but it just wasn't great. It wasn't on the level of the Dark Knights or the Spider-Mans and things like that. So who knows? Radical Entertainment is another studio. They are known for the Prototype series back on the 360 PS3 days, I want to say. Toys for Bob, they worked on Crash Bandicoot 4, the most recent one. It came out to good reviews. IGN, I think, gave it an 8. Toys for Bob also made the Spyro games, which are more known for being PlayStation exclusives, along with Insomniac. But now that Insomniac is a PlayStation studio and Toys for Bob is an Xbox studio, I'm not sure where the Spyro IP stands. Where does that sit? But I tell you, I really like those Spyro games. So if we could get the Spyro trilogy on Game Pass, I'm all for that. Blizzard Entertainment, now they have been catching a lot of heat in the news for their CEO and some of the scandalous stuff that he's done. I don't really want to get into it, but what I can say is that with this new acquisition, he has agreed to leave. Now that's CEO speak for he pretty much got let go. And to save face, he's saying that they decided to split amicably. Sure, he got fired. So Blizzard, some of the popular IPs that they have is World of Warcraft. Now that right now is a PC exclusive. We don't know if maybe now with mouse and keyboard support on Xbox, if maybe some sort of port is going to come to consoles. Maybe Beanox is working on that. Who knows? I don't know. But they also have StarCraft, and very popular. If you go on Twitch, World of Warcraft is constantly in the top 5, top 10, always consistently being viewed. It just shows its popularity on PC. Overwatch is another popular IP over at Blizzard. They are working on Overwatch 2. Overwatch is super popular. I can only imagine how popular Overwatch 2 is going to be. Unless it gets delayed, as far as I can tell, Overwatch 2 is set to release November 2nd later this year. Diablo is a major IP for Blizzard. The most recent one was Diablo 3, came out to really good reviews. So Diablo 4, could that possibly be an exclusive game on Xbox? It's very possible. So let's talk about exclusivity. What do I think is going to happen in terms of exclusives, right? So we've already seen with Bethesda how Phil Spencer has handled this situation. If you take a look at Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, he decided that he was going to honor the contracts to keep those exclusive to PlayStation according to what Bethesda had agreed to before Microsoft bought them, right? And we already saw Deathloop came out to amazing reviews. IGN gave it a perfect 10 out of 10. But we did see Starfield that is going to be an exclusive to the Xbox console. So my best guess is that certain games are just too popular. They make too much money that you can't take them off of every platform, right? For example, if you recall, Microsoft actually owns Mojang. Mojang are the people behind Minecraft. And Minecraft is on every platform. With even Minecraft Dungeons, when that came out on every platform too. Something like Skyrim, people are saying that maybe Skyrim 6 is going to be exclusive. I don't know about that. Skyrim is such a popular IP that I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out on every platform. But something like Starfield, not that it's not popular, well, we don't know what it is yet, but because that's a brand new IP, it makes sense that stay exclusive or becomes an exclusive IP. So back to Activision and Blizzard. So Call of Duty, this is, as much as people love and hate it, it's one of the most popular games year after year, Vanguard excluded. So I stand corrected. Apparently Vanguard did a lot better than I thought it did. In December 2021, it was the #1 top selling game. And overall in 2021, it was #1, and #2 was Call of Duty Black Ops. So that right there tells you how popular these games are. So something like Call of Duty that generates so many sales, I find it a bit hard to believe that they would turn that into an Xbox exclusive, right? What I could see happening is that it will launch on every console, but it will also launch on Game Pass. So those that are Game Pass subscribers, you don't have to pay for that outside of the service. Whereas if you're on PlayStation, you'd have to spend the $70 for the game. So something like that I could see, that would draw in more Game Pass subscribers. Along with this acquisition, they actually announced that they're up to 25 million Game Pass subscribers, which is a pretty good number. And with an acquisition like this, those numbers are only going to continue to grow. So just like Bethesda, we're going to see that a lot of the Activision and Blizzard games that have previously released, those are also going to start coming over to Game Pass, along with any of their future games that are going to launch. Day one, they'll be on Game Pass. And that's a huge draw to people, because instead of spending $70 for 2 or 3 games that you would have bought anyway, now you get the whole Game Pass service that includes all the Bethesda games, Xbox games, and Blizzard, Activision. EA games are on there as well. Not all on launch, but for the most part, you wait a little bit and they're there. But outside of Call of Duty, something like Diablo 4, maybe Overwatch 2, I don't know. Again, that's another one that is very popular. But Diablo 4, the next Crash Bandicoot, and again, I don't know where Spyro stands in the middle of all this, but that could be another exclusive. All these games could be exclusive to the Xbox platform. What we're seeing with Xbox and all these different studios that they're acquiring is that they have a huge variety of different type of games. The Xbox ecosystem allows you, if you have Game Pass Ultimate, it allows you to play any of those games on your Xbox console, on your PC, on your mobile device, xCloud. I mean, there's an infinite number of possibilities. And we know that they have a partnership with Samsung, where Samsung TVs could come with xCloud or Game Pass pre-installed. And all you got to do is connect an Xbox controller, or any controller really, as long as it has Bluetooth. So what do I think about this acquisition? Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not mad at it, but it doesn't really do much for me. I mean, Call of Duty is huge, don't get me wrong, but I'm not really a Call of Duty guy. I much prefer Halo as a shooter. Now, outside of Call of Duty, what I do like about this is everything else. The Crash Bandicoot, the Spyro, the World of Warcraft, and those possibilities of it coming to console, things like that. Also, this frees up some of those studios that I mentioned, like the studio that worked on Transformers game released how many years ago? Who knows what they're working on now, but this gives Microsoft more studios for them to work on more games, new games. It could be not necessarily older games, or even if it is older games, it could be some of those older IPs that they're now going to remake into new games. So it's a lot of possibilities, and that's what I like about this acquisition. So what did you guys think? Let me know your comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Are you a Call of Duty fan? For more on Xbox and possibly any other future acquisitions, make sure to stay tuned. Keep it here. Take care.